In the early 1600s, Loudun was a small town with political and religious tensions simmering beneath its surface. One of the key figures in the town was Father Urban Grandier, a charismatic and ambitious priest who held considerable influence. He was known for his eloquence, intelligence, and involvement in local politics. At the same time, the town was home to an Ursuline convent where a group of nuns resided. Among them was Mother Jeanne d'Ange, the prioress of the convent, who would soon play a pivotal role in the unfolding drama. In 1632, strange and inexplicable events began to occur within the walls of the Ursuline convent. Several nuns displayed bizarre behaviors, including fits of convulsions, uncontrollable screaming, and visions of demons and devils. The sisters claimed that they were possessed by evil spirits, and their accusations quickly turned towards Father Grandier. The reason behind these accusations was not solely due to spiritual unrest. Father Grandier had made powerful enemies, including Cardinal Richelieu, the chief minister to King Louis XIII, who sought to centralize power in France. Richelieu had been suppressing Protestant Huguenots, and he viewed Father Grandier's growing influence and independent-mindedness as a threat. Additionally, Father Grandier was rumored to have had affairs with several women in the town, including some of the nuns. These illicit relationships further fueled the flames of suspicion and provided a motive for his enemies to destroy his reputation. The authorities launched an investigation into the alleged possession and accused Father Grandier of practicing black magic and witchcraft. The Catholic Church held exorcisms to cast out the demons supposedly possessing the nuns, and during these sessions, the sisters exhibited violent and disturbing behavior. Despite Father Grandier's protests of innocence, he was arrested and brought to trial. The proceedings were far from fair, as political and religious pressures weighed heavily on the judge's decision-making. Several of Father Grandier's enemies were present at the trial, ready to testify against him. During the trial, the exorcisms continued, and the nuns' behavior became even more erratic. Their accusations against Father Grandier intensified, and it seemed as if they were compelled to pee. In the small, isolated village of Blackwood, an ancient convent stood on the outskirts, veiled in an aura of mystery and darkness. The convent, known as St. Agnes Sanctum, had a sinister reputation that echoed through generations. None dared to speak openly about the nuns who inhabited the place, for fear of invoking their wrath. Years ago, the convent was home to a group of devout nuns who practiced an extreme form of penance and self-flagellation. Their devotion bordered on fanaticism, and rumors circulated that they worshipped an entity more malevolent than divine. One fateful night, a group of curious teenagers decided to venture into the forbidden grounds of St. Agnes Sanctum. Eager to test their courage, they planned to explore the dark corridors and uncover the secrets hidden within. As they crossed the iron gates and entered the convent's premises, an eerie stillness enveloped them. The air grew thick with an unsettling presence, and the dim light of their flashlights seemed to waver in the oppressive darkness. Cautiously, they explored the deserted hallways, each step echoing through the ancient stone walls. The faint scent of incense and mildew filled the air, heightening their anxiety. They stumbled upon abandoned cells, remnants of a forgotten past. As they ventured deeper into the convent, they encountered strange symbols painted on the walls, etched with what seemed like dried blood. Fear gnawed at their hearts, but the allure of the unknown drove them forward. In one secluded chamber, they discovered a hidden door, concealed behind a tattered tapestry. Intrigued, they pushed it open, revealing a hidden staircase descending into the depths below. Hesitant but driven by curiosity, they descended into the unknown darkness. At the bottom of the stairs, they found a dimly lit chamber, adorned with ancient religious relics and unsettling artifacts. It appeared to be a place of worship, but not to any familiar deity. As they explored further, they stumbled upon a hidden room, guarded by an iron door. Inside, they discovered an altar surrounded by candles. Fear gripped them as they realized they had found the heart of the nuns' ritualistic practices. Suddenly, the door behind them slammed shut, trapping them inside the unholy chamber. Panic surged through their veins as they struggled to escape. The air grew colder, and a haunting chant filled the room, seemingly emanating from the very walls themselves. One by one, the teenagers began to experience inexplicable torment. Visions of ghostly figures tormented their minds, and an overwhelming sense of dread weighed heavily on their souls. The malevolent presence they had awakened was consuming them. In the throes of terror, they pleaded for release, but their cries fell upon deaf ears. The malevolent force that once possessed the nuns had found new vessels for its wickedness. Days later, the villagers discovered the lifeless bodies of the teenagers, each wearing an expression of unimaginable horror. The village elders ordered the doors of St. Agnes' sanctum sealed for eternity, hoping to contain the darkness that dwelled within.